It's a fucking time clock, but we're just hanging in here doing the best we can. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, what is it? Why does everyone over 50 have to talk about them dying?
What did you say
I
nothing
hate
about
it.
dying? Did I say anything about dying?
Yeah, because what do you mean every fucking time? Every time I talk to anyone over
I'm
50, I'm
getting
so
old.
old. I feel old. Stop
Because you gotta
talking about it.
listen, you have to look at it for real. I can't be walking around like I'm 39, snorting blow, making believe I'm Johnny Bananas. So you have to
Yeah,
know
but
who
you're
the
not
fuck
in the
you are.
retirement home either.
No, and I'm not planning on going to no retirement home unless you put me there. Or one of
Oh
those,
yeah, you're going there immediately. As soon as there's like anything, I'm sending you there.
I know dementia's coming,
Oh Jesus Christ!
so
I
that's why
told you.
little things I do. You prepare for dementia. You have to prepare for things that you know you're gonna get. I got hit in the head. I did coke. I snorted that. It's endless the possibilities that lead you to dementia, anxiety.
Anything's yeah. Having life leads you to dementia. Like, but I don't get it, dude. Everyone, as soon as they turn 50, when my parents turned 50, they each showed me where their will was. Like it
No,
was. It's not even. That's not even a joke. That's a real story.
I ain't that fucking creepy.
Oh,
Okay, I
are you
told my
sure?
wife, huh? I told my wife a couple things, but I ain't that fucking creepy. I'm not planning on going anywhere. I got an uncle who's 85, who unlike my other aunts and uncles, he really took care of himself. I got an aunt that's 80. All the other ones punched a ticket when they were 60, but they were drinking with three fucking hands. In Cuba, that's that fucking old vodka from 1959. That they don't, they
Jesus.
can't even help you at an AA meeting when you drink that shit. That's deep. So, you have to look at life, unless you get hit by a car or you fall out of a plane or something like that. You have to look at life, objectively. Number one, I don't make any unnecessary trips. I've thrown enough spaghetti against the wall. People call me up to do all these things. I look at the fucking thing, the address, how far, 2 hours. I get fucking a truck could go off the rails and hit me in the head. End of story. I'm not going. I'll sit here. The less moves I make, the better. You know what I'm
But
saying? I just went up to North Jersey. I got rear-ended. I rear-ended a guy. He almost went through the windshield. The bumper fell off. That's why when you're a schlep rock, you stay home and you mind your business. People go to a restaurant, they sit there and enjoy. I'm waiting for the first guy to take a gun out because I'm always looking at the back door. You know what I'm saying? If that guy looks a little creepy, I call 911. I don't take chances no more. I got a couple of years left in this fucking planet. I don't want to go on to somebody else's terms. I want to go on to my terms when I'm fucking ready. I don't want to go to a concert and get shot in the head. Anyway,
that's fair. That yeah.
happy Tuesday. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Happy motherfucking Tuesday to everybody out there in the real life world. What's going on with you? Did you get the apartment?
I turned it down.
Okay, but you can't put air conditioning in the window. That's understood.
Oh, dude, I would die. I've never sweat so much. I've been to Mexico. I've been to Florida in the summer.
Dog. First off, I've been here for 4 summers, and I already gave up on the summer. It was always 2 weeks of heat. This has been all summer long. It's been 90, 89, humid. The humidity don't bother me no more. I don't need to show my balls to anybody. You know what I'm saying? Humidity only bothers you when you're looking to get a little cuppa, a little swinkia, maminkia.
Oh yeah, but people must have to shower. Like I showered like at least twice a day. How like you
When I
can't go
grew up,
home and
when I grew up here, I'd take 3 showers a day. When I was 16, because you want to impress girls, so you can't have
right.
no stink on you. Your hair's got to be right. Your clothes have to be right. And in the summers, it's 3 showers. I'm on the second one already today, and it's not even nighttime because I got to wash the fucking Cuban grease that comes out of my pores between the workout and because when I got home from working out today, I sweat up a ton. And before Ari got here, I took a quick Puerto Rican shower, washed my nutsack, put deodorant. I took a shower, not Puerto Rican shower. And I know I got to take another one tonight.
Damn,
That's
yeah, you
great.
have to.
It was 92 degrees. I went to box today. He had me in there for 35 minutes. There's fans, no air. Everything's coming out of everywhere. My socks were I was going to go to cryotherapy. My socks were so drenched. My feet were still wet. I would have had to put the cryotherapy socks on, and I would have walked out of there like fucking Johnny Boom with no fucking feet. I would have had whatever that shit is when your toes fall off. Not
Oh my
diabetes,
god, frostbite?
frostbite, because I was so hot today. But an air condition, at least fucking listen. And I know that people are going to watch this, and our people are on the real tip. that watch this show. This ain't no fucking, people who drive Priuses aren't watching this show looking to save on mileage. So I don't even know what I was going to say to you. Oh, yeah.
Air conditioners?
People will go, move. Listen, everybody I talk to from LA every other day it's fucking been really hot here, Joey. But you still got those jerk offs that go, oh, no, we live by the beach and we just
Fuck
have
you.
A little fan. And you're like, dog, I've been to your house. I couldn't even eat. I was so fucking uncomfortable. Mosquitoes would bite me. Fuck, I'm indoors here. Mosquitoes are biting me. They're biting my fucking ankles. Yeah, it's hot. You get that breeze. Yeah, whoop-de-doo. Look at the scene of the ocean. Listen, I don't give a fuck about. I'd rather be in an ice box looking at a wall with warning electronics than fucking look at an ocean and be sweat to death at this point.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, I go to those softball games. There's an umbrella. We sit under the umbrella. We deter the sun a little bit as much as you can, but I go out there to be in the sun. I want vitamin. Right. So it's always a catch-22.
But no, it being hot and people who like let their place be hot drive me like. That's why the main reason I go to hotels, because anytime there's like a window unit, that was the worst part about getting an apartment is they would tell you like one AC window unit was good enough for the whole apartment. They said they never had any complaints. I need AC in every room in the house.
Me too. I like central air.
Oh,
listen, man. When we lived in that broken apartment in Hollywood,
yeah.
First of all, let's be honest. There was no air, and there was no heat in Hollywood. When they built that in the 20s or 30s, it didn't get hot in Hollywood. It was always 60. Maybe it dropped to 40. You busted out a blanket. When I moved to the Valley, the apartment had no air, and that little heater unit in the wall that had a light with the pilot light blow up every once in a while. You wake up in the morning, you had 2,000 edibles in you the night before. You don't want to light a pilot light. You're like, fuck it. The death in the shower like a penguin. I'm not getting on the floor and getting the thing and putting it up to 500. I can't even see 500 here. I'll blow this thing up like a fucking, So forget it. I'm not going to do that every morning. When we got into the other house, that had central air. I don't know if it had heat. That didn't have heat either. The big house.
Yeah, no. Mm-mm. That's crazy.
Had a heater in the bathroom.
Yeah, you didn't need it in LA.
There in the mornings. Freezing. But I'm not complaining. Listen, I remember one thing about my childhood. I still remember going to Cedeno's house on the 4th floor of 148th Street and opening up that thing, and I saw a kitchen, a living room, there was a couch, and all the kids were on the floor with sheets.
Okay.
It was one of those summers that you see Summer of Sam when it's 98 and the humidity all summer. I remember those summers. And I remember walking into that thing and sitting with them and thinking to myself, how can you sleep in this? And they wouldn't sleep. There was 3 nights in the summer when I was growing up, you just didn't sleep. Even with the air conditioner, it was so fucking humid.
Mm-hmm.
It was just so humid that you couldn't put a sheet on you. You couldn't take one off. It got too cold. It got to the point where you even took the sheet off the bed to stay cool. Like, you're like, what the fuck am I going to do? So I'm in agreement with you. You need an air conditioner now.
Yeah. No, but that was a little bit of a bummer, but it's going to be fine. There's a million apartments in New York, but I can't.
A million apartments. Maybe you could call those Jews in Brooklyn. Maybe they got an underground tunnel for you. You can live
I have one of those, but I want one above ground too.
100 a month, down there, a little electricity. You live like Rambo.
100 a month?
Yeah, 100 a week, whatever the fuck it is. No shower. You take a shower.
It's so expensive.
And it's so weirdly because there was 2 cities that you could pull this off. I pulled off being in the city every fucking day, having a boxing gym to take showers. And then I just had it so I could be ready anywhere I was. If you called me at 1 o'clock and said, we want to go have cocktails, I could run to the boxing gym, make believe I'm shadow boxing, jump in the shower, and then fucking put a suit on. I always had a suit in there.
Smart.
Pants, and I would always break my day up so I didn't have to run back to Cliffside to get a new shirt, a new pair of shoes, and And in Seattle, I did that. I lived in an office apartment. And I joined the gym. It forced my hand. And I was in good shape then, but the gym made me in better shape,
Right.
So you find all these different angles, and New York's got them. there's a lot of actors. There's a lot of people who are in our profession in New York. There's a lot of part-time great jobs in New York for actors and comics. There's a lot of shit.
Oh yeah, that like that's what New York is to me. It's like opportunity. There's just like on every level, not even just like comedy. I can't. It sounds corny, but like this is like I've always wanted to live in New York. Like this is like it got like emotional. Like I'm so excited, and it like for right now, for 1 year, I think I'm gonna try to live by myself, and then meet maybe a comic who I could split a place with.
Wait, just move to New York right
I
away.
am. I'm moving. I'm moving.
Or right away you're thinking about, I'm gonna live with a
I'm
roommate.
thinking about the next 18 years all the time.
What if you meet a nice hot black chick after 2 months you're there, and she tells you move in with me and pick up the rent? You're gonna have 2 rents, and this conversation was never covered. So why think about the future? At this time last year, you weren't even moving to New York. You were looking on getting married and fucking having a boat. And yeah, what the fuck? You're a comic. Stop making fucking plans. The only plan you make is how I'm getting on stage this week. And your plan for the every 3-month, 90-day. Everything else is background fucking music. And when you put that away, we've had this discussion.
Yeah.
This your other side of your mind, the Jewish side of your mind. And it's an important weapon that you need for comedy. I don't need the other shit that goes with it.
Right.
Deep thought and what am I going to do? Yeah, there's nothing to do. Just fucking don't worry about it. What if you're there 3 months and you get a TV show and you have to move to fucking Oklahoma for a year? And here we are having a worthless conversation. Worthless goal, worthless everything. I talked about that in the Patreon podcast today. How it's not that I got funnier in 99. It's that I lost mental weight. Losing mental weight is very important if you're going to do anything and focus on anything. What's that? The unnecessary shit that goes into your head. Is Johnny ever going to stop drinking? His wife told me that he's bleeding. Who gives a fuck about Johnny? You know what I'm saying? At the end of the week, Johnny's at the bar drinking cocktails. He wants to die. Leave Johnny alone. You're going to call me with this bullshit about Johnny? Like, we have so many thoughts in our head that have nothing to do with what we're doing. And once you start chopping them off, people get pissed off at me because of my anti-political fucking tirades. And I'll tell you why. Because it's a waste of your energy. It's 30. Put on that CNN any time of the night when you wake up. There's people in there and they're always flabbergasted. 3 in the fucking morning and you're fucking flabbergasted. 6, they're yelling at each other. Kamala Harris, she's a Hindu. What? Are you fucking crazy? If you looked into your life this much, you'd be in a lot better place. Right or wrong? That's
true. That's true.
You start cutting shit out of your life. You're dating a chick, like I told them. Dog, I was in a horror relationship. I was in a relationship with a fucking chick that was great people, but she liked sucking other dick. Every time we broke up, she already had something. You know what? It fucked with my ego. It fucks with your ego as a man. And I had to live with her. I didn't have to. I was a starving comic. I did have feelings for her. And I knew we weren't going to last. And finally, when we broke up, I had that shit of driving, whether she's going to cheat on me again. Where is she? Who's she hanging with? That's mental fat. Is my boss going to fire me? You're a fucking comic. You hope he fucking fires you. Do you follow? Yeah. All these unnecessary thoughts. When I tell people I don't really give a fuck, I really don't give a fuck.
How do you do that?
You met me in the heat of the I didn't give a fuck era. Now I watch sports. I play roulette. I fucking go to parties. When you met me, there was none of that. There was no unnecessary fat. And the result was great. When I started in 2011, the result was great. So I appreciate that state of mind that I don't have time for this shit. Like, I don't have time for this unnecessary, how many times do you go home and you're like, well, I just went to lunch with a comedian and he just brings you down. Brings you the fuck down. I can't get no work. People aren't hiring feature acts anymore. The The funny bone won't headline me. Yeah, what do you want me to do? And now you do feel bad. He's your friend. You and him started together. You went on the road together, and you're ahead of him in LA. And you know why? Because he had a girlfriend. He always went on vacations. Oh no, I'm going to San Diego to watch the Chargers or whatever. Are you fucking kidding me for the weekend? When you're in LA on the weekend, you got to be doing comedy. You left your fucking family. You left people who loved you. You left everything in your life to go dedicate yourself. You're in the major leagues. And now you want to do something on a weekend. Like, that was the farthest thing from my thought. I lost relationships because of it, Lee.
Right.
People would not tolerate that from me. Like that. I'm having an art exhibit. I don't give a fuck. There's an open mic at a Mexican restaurant that I'd rather be at. I love you. Love you to death. But I'm not going to your fucking party. I'm not going to that restaurant to sit with 40 people who don't care about each other. Then the bill comes and they're all looking around the room like there's birds. Get the fuck out of here. I'm not doing that. And 40 people making believe they're friends. I'm not doing that shit. I'd much rather be at an open mic working on a fucking joke that's been bombing for 2 years. Right or wrong. And once you start chopping that shit, people would come up to me. Did you see that episode of Seinfeld? No. And I don't want to see it. It's got nothing to do with me.
Right. Like
steaks and lobster. I'm over here in a basement fucking drinking Fat Tire and snorting coke with one nose nostril. And you know what I'm saying? Like, after a while, you got to go, what's it got to do with me? My is this. What were you saying, brother?
I'm sorry. I thought you had something else to say. I was just gonna say, like, that's the thing I'm most excited for about New York is just I can do comedy from the minute at like 5 o'clock until 2 o'clock every night of the week. Somewhere I can do comedy.
Seven nights a week. If you really want to be a comic,
mm-hmm.
New York is your answer. Austin. If you really want to be a comic, Austin is your answer. If you really want to be a comic, you've got to push. You've got some acting under you. You want to go out to LA. LA is the place to be. Now, every other year, somebody else gives you a tax break and everybody gets excited. Oh my God, I'm buying a house in North Carolina. And then a year later, you're stuck with your house in North Carolina and you're fucking doing ads for fucking, the local pizza shop. You're like, well, what happened? No, the businesses in those 3 cities. Comedy mostly in Austin, but the other 2, somewhere along the line, somebody's going to tap you on the shoulder and say, have you ever been to an audition? Would you consider an audition for this? It's just there.
I haven't even started thinking about that, but it's.
Oh, thank God, because that'll just bury you into a different fucking orgasmic Lee Syatt hole.
I can't worry about that right now.
I just think about, I remember sitting in those rooms, crying, snorting coke by myself, like just writing in a notebook all the clubs I wanted to play at. I remember the mind fucks. And if I could do it all over again, I think I would have still done coke. I mean, that was part of it for me to be a fucking junkie comic.
And they're going to talk about comedy.
But think of all that from 92, from the minute I started comedy to 97 or 8, my life was a mess. My personal life was a complete fucking mess. But what fueled my comedy was my life. My life was not as easy as yours or another open micer. I was going through a fucking divorce. I'm thinking of killing motherfuckers. I'm on probation for kidnapping. I'm snorting coke with 3 hands. I ain't got no money. I'm out of credit cards. This was real. I was looking at a dead end. And I was like, comedy will get me out of it. I don't know how. But, here we are.
It's crazy. It worked.
About that, but all the mistakes I made was focusing. And listen, I didn't mind focusing on cocaine. You know what I'm saying? When I woke up in the morning, I was like, all right, where am I going to get a package tonight? But the second focus was stand-up. And it wasn't a girl. I was dating families coming to LA and they want to go out to dinner and meet you. I don't want to meet nobody. I don't want to meet your creepy parents and sit there with them at some fucking shitty LA restaurant and talk about, we're not going anywhere. I'm not getting married. I already got a wife. Her name is comedy.
Right.
Got that mental attitude. It's fucking scary. It scared the shit out of me because I didn't give a fuck.
Like you saw bigger. What did you see happen? Like you got real better quicker.
I got better quicker. I cut down. I mean, I was homeless in LA. Here I am fucking taking a shower at the Comedy Store in the morning, and I'm there that night at 12 o'clock following Paul Mooney. Wow. So all those little things, sleeping on Ralphie's couch, it's funny. One of the girls that lived in the building that took great care of me when I was coming up, when I got to LA, she was an unpaid PA on the Doug Stanhope show. Unpaid. And 2 years later, she was a producer on the show.
Wow.
A real producer. Big money. And she lived in the building with me, Ralphie, Gavin, a bunch of us, Jody, a bunch of us. And somewhere along the line, she got pregnant with this Cuban dude. She was a Mexican chick that could cook her ass off. She cooked for us and shit. And she had 2 kids. And then she married him and they moved up to Pasadena. I loved them both. And one day they broke up. And she just went on a fucking binge. And she's not with us anymore. But last week I got a call from her son. He's a fucking set designer.
Nice.
What do you mean nice? I remember when that kid was a baby.
But isn't it good that he has a good job?
I am fucking ecstatic about it. But that's not my point. It brought back all those memories from that building. Like,
right.
And watching Ralphie blow up and all that shit. But anyway, enough of this bullshit. Let's get this party started. What up, Mook?
Hey, buddy.
It's Tuesday, the 6th of fucking August. Where does the time go?
It's crazy. The year's almost over.
It's all, and it's going to be quick now. Quick.
That's what it feels like.
That's it. It's Labor Day. They're already putting Halloween stuff out. Can you believe that? You go out to like CVS and there's Halloween candy out already.
Have you gotten any?
No. Why would I get? I don't even like Halloween candy anymore.
There's usually a bowl at your house.
There's a what?
You have a bowl for me at least. Is it just for me?
No, I got a bowl up there, but we buy candy on the 25th like every other normal motherfucker. I'm going to sit here, me being a professional stoner, with chocolate upstairs every fucking night at 11:30. When I get that sudden urge, I'd rather go upstairs and eat an apple. I don't need, dog. We got stuck with 50 fucking chocolate bars in this house.
How? How did you get stuck with it?
That fucking was supposed to sell them. And my wife just gave it a small 20 and we got stuck with them. I had to get rid of them after I ate the 6th fucking crisp bar. So I don't want that stuff in my house.
I don't blame you. I can't have it in my house either.
A lot of stuff happened this weekend. I know you were in the city.
Mm-hmm.
You looked for an apartment. You found one. You lost one. Like I told you, you got to kiss a lot of frogs, especially but they got a lot of apartments in New York City.
Oh, yeah. And it's crazy what is considered an apartment. But like, dude, like I did so much. I went to the Comedy Cellar, which was awesome. I saw like an 11:30 on a Tuesday show, and it was packed. And it was and dude, and there was the comics, and I know a few of their names, but like just like the level of the jokes at 11:30 on a Tuesday, I was like, oh yeah, this is definitely a step above. Like it's like because like that's the goal, right? In New York, in one of the goals, not all, but.
Yeah,
just like the level, it was impressive.
Comedy store, you want to get into a comedy store. Sometimes that ain't for you, and you don't have to lose your mind over.
No, there's plenty of clubs, but I'm not gonna.
And out, so
I want to do every club in the city eventually.
Yeah, I know you do.
But it was just
bar mitzvahs, whatever you get your hand on.
Oh yeah, I would do the fuck out of a bar mitzvah, but it was just like very like inspiring. Like, it was like it was like so like I was overdosing on like serotonin. I was so happy. Yeah, it's very exciting.
Lee, it's great to see what you're doing because it lets me know how much I'm not a comic anymore. Watching you grow and watching you talk to me brings back old memories, and in other situations it would make me get up and want to get on stage, but it's like you know, I'm excited about Kill Tony on Saturday night. We're going. I don't know what I'm doing. He just called me up and said he's going to swing by. So I might as well go by and say hello. Hopefully you'll be in the city. I went to Wildwood last weekend, New Jersey, for the first time in 42 years.
Nice.
And, you know, the softball tournament didn't go our way, but it was their last weekend together as a team. Half of them are going up to 14U now. And it was just great to see these girls. And I was just looking at my daughter thinking, wow, she's grown a lot. That's it. She's going to be these girls in 2 years. And these 13-year-olds are just fucking, it was just sad. But I had a great time with the parents. And I stopped at a weed store. Like I was looking to go to this one weed store. But there was two of them. There was like a chain, Canada, and then there was this other one, Corova. I saw the Corova one. And I went in there, and I didn't know what to expect. I brought home 3 weeds. All of them are fucking A+. I mean, I've been fucking stoned for 2 days. I got some gorilla thing that they dip the weed in, like they call it something else up here, like golden nuggets or something. I never had those things, but this looks so good. I gave it a shot, and boy, I'm happy I did. I rode the bike for 20 minutes this morning, forgot 10 minutes later. You know what I'm saying? That's how high I was this morning.
So you don't see a huge difference between New Jersey and California?
The weed?
Yeah.
When I got here, I didn't touch New Jersey weed for 3 fucking years. I didn't touch New Jersey weed till January.
Oh, okay.
When I smoke was falling over the other side, I was like, well, I better get to it. And I got sick and tired of waiting on people to send me shit. I can't live like that. If I ask you on a Monday, I'm thinking you should put it in by Wednesday or Thursday. When I call you 2 weeks later and you're like, oh, I told my assistant to do it and he forgot, you just wear me out because I'm doing a good job on my end for you. Before the money, send me the weed. Send me the weed. Get the weed in the mail and that will make me happier than any fucking check you can send me.
Right.
So that's where I'm at and I'm having a great time doing it.
That's
but I want to talk about something. I don't know if you watched it. I want to talk to you about the Rogan special. Because I know a lot of people, I've already gotten like fucking 50 things of what I thought. You know, you haven't had a chance to watch it.
Not yet, but I'm excited to.
I tried watching it Saturday Night Live when it came on, but all the girls came up to the room at like 10:15 to get fucking speakers and shit. And I had all these kids in the room, my wife, their parents. So I shut it off and I was upset, but I got to watch it last night, the whole hour, relax, the whole thing. I love the theater. I think Joe did a great job. Was it the best special I ever saw? I don't know, but it was a good special. He made me laugh a couple times. I could see the work, and I know the work it takes to do a special. I enjoyed it. I didn't see anything negative Sunday. But today, I started reading the negatives, and I'm like, wow. And, you know, you're not going to make everybody happy. Not anymore. Not with the internet. You're not going to make everybody happy. And that's just the way the world is today. You know.
And what is they're mad at him for some of his jokes?
No, I listen, I've been home. I was home for maybe an hour today. I left the house at 9:30 this morning. I came back here at 1 because Ari was going to meet me. So I wanted to run every errand I could, do a podcast. I had to do a ton of shit today. And I got back. I didn't see him. When Ari was here, he was checking his messages. And I started looking at the computer and I asked him, I go, look at this shit. All of a sudden, there was nothing. And it was just a thing on Twitter that was, and then it disappeared.
Oh, weird.
It really didn't really matter. But I think he did a good job.
I saw him do his hour at the mothership. It was great.
Yeah. You know, I mean, if I know him, he changed up a couple things like we all do. Yeah. But I saw bits of it at the mothership. I would always go out and somebody would talk to me and then, are you going up next in the other room? You know, so you really couldn't focus. So I would go out there for bits and pieces and I enjoyed what he was doing.
And it seemed like it went great from what I've heard. What do you think about, because they've done a couple of them, like What do you think about doing a special live? Like that's also like a crazy aspect of it being like a one take. Like that's intense.
Guys, it's the future now. You know, I've always said we needed to spice up comedy a little bit. And look at Ari's storytelling show.
Mm-hmm.
Was a new realm for a long time. It became a genre for about 10 years, and I capitalized on that genre.
Yeah, you had a
But
bunch of great stories.
now nobody's doing it anymore. So now we're looking for other avenues to draw people into stand-up. You know, entertainment's changing. You know, I don't know if there's going to be 3-man shows in 2 years. I don't know what it's going to be.
Interesting. You think it could change that much?
I think a lot of things could happen, Lee. I think a lot of things could happen. Comedy's changing, television's changing, movies are changing, the way movies are shot are changing, the way they come out are changing. You know, I would order a show for 12 episodes, and if it did well, I'd put an order in for 26. Not anymore. Then they have the other deal where you shoot 10 episodes, and then you shoot 100 just to get syndication, and you put the show out there, and there's no art in that, because what you're telling me is that you're shooting 100 shows in no time to just get out there. Nobody's going to remember that show.
Right. They just want the money.
Like everybody else. Why am I surprised? But look, the stock market ate it yesterday.
I heard that.
A lot of things took a dive yesterday. You know, like I told you, we're expecting a war any day now, a bomb, something. Anything could happen. You could wake up tomorrow and there could be something. Or, you know, Hurricane Betty comes and cleans off your fucking roof. You know, she's already turning into a one, but they're scaring white people. I love that people are stuck at the airports. Fuck them. I told you not to travel in the summer. It's a fucking nightmare. Travel in the summer you got lucky this weekend, but you also delayed for a little while.
I was delayed for a little while. But
Traveling,
did you see there was
blows anymore. They can't handle it. It's been proven ever since COVID. They've fallen apart. And every time it rains 2 inches, the whole country shuts down now. There's rain in the Midwest. They're already bailing out of Florida. People are running out of Hurricane Betty. You know, give me a fucking breather.
You're so happy to not have to travel. That's what I thought you meant when you said earlier, like, I'm not going anywhere. I thought you meant like you don't want to get on a plane. And you're like, no, I don't
go anywhere anymore. Like, unless I'm really in the mood and my dick gets, and I feel bad because I have a daughter and I should take it. And I am. I got to go to certain places. I'll do that in time. But right now in the summer, fuck you. This is every day I get the Newark report. You know, 249 delays, 82 cancellations. You know, when is it going to be you? You know what I'm talking about? When does it happen to you? I don't want to take that chance. I don't have the effort anymore. If I booked your comedy club and if I got delayed, I'm just going to call you now. Like, God, listen, I left my luggage here. I'm not coming. Yeah, but the plane will get it at 9. We can do 3 shows tomorrow and 1 on Sunday. Look at it's not going to work. My balloon is deflated. Okay. Well, my agent will set this up for 6 months. You know, that's it. I don't have the patience or the fortitude anymore. I'm not waiting at the fucking airport for 3 hours. I'm 61. I ain't got no time to the airport. Either we go in 10 minutes or I go home. It's just fucking easy. I ain't got it.
That's so specific.
I don't need this assault on my attention. I don't need this assault on my anxiety. I got the Whoop watch. It tells me when I have anxiety now, when my stress level goes up. When you tell me that plane's delayed, I just look at the Whoop watch. Heartbeat. And if it beats a certain drum, arrivederci. I don't tolerate it no more. Restaurants, I just walk away. The other day I went to CVS. I got that 7:35. This fucking Gugoots has a mask on right away. And I know COVID's going around, but it's not enough to put a mask on. I don't know. I don't think somebody's ringing my door. I'll fucking stab them.
I can't hear anything.
No, it sounds like somebody playing the xylophone. Oh, that's probably Jeopardy. And some jerk off is winning, like hitting that buzzer. That's what it is. That's
Okay.
exactly what it is. I don't know what
Hysterical.
we're talking about here.
I don't remember, to be honest.
Well, we get your shit together. How many edibles you eat tonight? One again?
Yeah, 100.
No, 100. We're still on that. Oh, that's it. I can't wait to move for you to move to New York. The first week, I'm just giving you an intravenous of that.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I had some mushrooms tonight. I had my last handful, but don't worry. The other ones are coming. These are even scarier.
Why are they scary?
Oh, these are called like omegas or some shit.
Oh.
I don't even know. Enigma. Oof.
And you're still eating them by the handful?
What's that? Eating them by the handful. I got my cup measured. That's what I learned in that diabetic class. Everything like a cup of nuts. It's your little forearm there. Your little palm. It's like an ounce or two.
Yeah, but they're not usually having you measure psychedelic mushrooms.
Who gives a fuck? Anybody who measures their mushrooms could suck my dick. Just eat them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit there with a scale and measure mushrooms and put honey on them. Either you're a fucking animal.
It's a personal attack, because that's exactly what I...
We're going to sit there now and, converse over the mushrooms and weigh them. Leave me the fuck alone, all right? Stick a handful in there, a stem. Get some stems, a couple of those fucking ugly caps in there, and get back to me in the morning, all right?
Oh, that seems like a lot.
What a lot. You don't know nothing about a lot, cocksucker. The specials and stuff, yeah. They might go live, a lot of them. I expect Bill Burr to shoot one.
It's an interesting thing.
I expect Ali Wong to shoot one.
Oh, wow.
I expect a couple comics to give me a nice fucking live special. Me, I don't even want to. Nah, I'm okay. I'm okay. Guys, I'm okay.
I know I was just wondering what your thought on the process was.
The process is always the same. It's the same process.
But usually, I mean, if you were going to shoot a special, how many shows would you tape? 4 or 2?
Yeah, 2, 4. But you got to take 2 of them just to have them in the can and then do the live one.
Right.
So you're going to shoot 2 in front of an audience or 1 to get one in the can.
Really? You think so?
I know so. You always shoot 1 to get one in the can. And then you're going to shoot the live one.
Okay.
And sit there like fucking, like waiting for somebody to say, fuck you, and they edit it. I don't know. Right. But there's no different process. I don't want to put this into people's minds. The process is experience. That's what the process is. I see a young comic having a hard time with this. This is a good thing for older, more established comics that they've done 50,000 shows plus, these guys.
Right.
Burr has done, 30 years. Give him the fucking live special. The control is there. The confidence is there. Everything is fucking there,
Do you think? I wonder if he was more nervous, or if it was like, what does it feel like when you're shooting a special?
It's very scary. You're putting your soul out there, and people are going to sit there and wait to fucking criticize it. You sit there like you're going to a talent contest, and you work hard, and then you get there that night, and it all changes. I was never a good special comic, and that's just the way it is. I'll take that. I will always take that. I was way better on audio. It was just rough for me.
Right.
But I thought it would be easier. But that's me. That's me. That's my weakness in stand-up. And I can't get out of that. I never shot a good special. And that's fine. I got the opportunities. I did my best. I put the work in. It's not like I stayed at home and just went up there and improvised. I put my... And that's all I'm happy with.
And the CDs, I think, were awesome. I think, that's why I do think of you as someone who could thrive. It would have been a cool live one to do, or just like any sort of recording. like the first CD we did. Like it's either you or the priest. That was just we didn't. That was one show.
First 2 CDs I did were just total garbage. Anyway, the process stays the same. For me, I was always buck wild as a comic.
Right.
And I didn't like, and I had my moments, man. I had great moments. But specials weren't one of them. I did very well on the Ari things.
Those are
Very
great.
well. And I'm very proud of that work. I could show that to anybody and go, run with that, motherfucker. You know?
Yeah. Is it different than stand-up? Or like, why do you think?
I don't know. It was 15 minutes. I knew the stories close to my heart. It was a storytelling show. They expect to hear a story and how it affected you. So it just worked for me. And when I'm telling the story and I know the end, I could improvise more and I could fuck around with the material more because I know it. I'm not going to forget my place. And when I'm going into it, I'm still going to fuck them up.
Right.
So
you have the storytelling, and then the comedy is going to.
And then the comedy will come from the real story, the storytelling.
Right.
So it's very interesting. I think it's a fantastic process. I think that I wish if I would have had more guidance as a manager early on, I would have been better at shooting specials. But I'm not talking about a salesman manager. I'm talking about the manager that I always wanted. Somebody who groomed you from the beginning, picked you out of the choir, worked with you, and his belief inspired you to do better because he picked you out of the choir. He got you a little dough, and now he's giving you some direction. You're not going to agree with all of it. We never are. But after a while, you start seeing that the guy knows what he's doing, and once you give your heart to him, it's over what he's going to do with you. Those guys don't exist anymore because there's no money in that. There's no money. It's nourishment no more. It's let me see what I can do with you. Let me see what I can do with you quickly. Where I didn't have him. A friend of mine had a great manager, and I saw how he worked. He signed him on a Tuesday, and Wednesday he was on a set as a SAG extra, making $2.59 an hour.
Wow.
You know, Lee, that's not what I want to do. What, you don't like money?
Right.
That $1,200 3 days a week is going to let you stay in town until I get you on the fucking road. So shut your mouth, go down there and do it. Plus meet different casting directors. So what? You're an extra. Why do $2.59? A manager is supposed to put the ball in your court and get it running immediately. But what it was and what it is two different things. There's no money in me sending you out for a movie at scale for 2 days. Yeah, it's going to build your resume. That's where I come in. I'd rather build your resume. These guys are like, nah, we rather put him on the road, whether he's ready or not. And that's where it's failing. We've had this discussion many a time, you and I, about comedy managers and whatnot. And it's like people don't care no more. And that's in every avenue. We're very lucky we have a good podcast manager. Very good. She's always had our backs and,
yeah.
She's always believed in me. And that's a great trait. And that's why I still do it, because we have a great lady behind this. But you have to, it's like coaching. I saw what my daughter did the last year with this coach. And I saw what she did with that schmuck that she was with the first 2 years. It was fucking terrible. The guy couldn't get people to play for him. And now he's lost 2 more stars from that team. He's down to 1. Because all of them said, like, we're not doing nothing here. This guy's making my kid worse. I'm trying to make you better.
Yeah. Does it feel good to be right?
So I learned a lot from watching her. Everybody, nobody wants to take their time anymore with things. Because of our society, we're all in a rush. And then when we fall on our faces, we wonder why. We wonder why. What the fuck was the rush? understand it, that it's going to be there. It's going to be there. It's right there. It determines how you take that fucking run, you know?
Right.
I didn't do the best journey. I was snorting coke most of the fucking time. That journey wasn't pure, but I don't know. Something hung me in there. Knowing that Mitzi Shaw was watching me made me better. You know, there was just a lot of different variables. I wasn't trying to make my uncle proud or my mother proud or my grandfather proud. They're all dead. You know,
Mm-hmm.
dead as fucking disco.
Jesus
We
Christ.
really like the Upper West Side, and that was really good. That
Holy shit.
I told you, I love it up there. That's where I
That
grew
was
up.
a cool area.
Fucking
And
that area.
And I went to the look. I don't want to mispronounce it, but look how he died. That was
Tremendous.
those pork chops were amazing.
Did you have the pork chops?
Yeah,
2 of them?
yeah, with garlic
Oh.
sauce. And dude, I got the next time he said he would just give me more, like a whole bowl of garlic sauce. That garlic sauce.
Oh yeah, that garlic sauce is tremendous.
And I got the plantains. But I will say I was trying to be cool because I was like, okay, it's a Cuban place, and I asked for an iron beer, but they don't have that.
No, they didn't have it there.
No, they don't have that. But
No
it was
Materba, no none of that. No Atway. They had a good coffee. I had a coffee, and the
I
flan
want-
was pretty good. It was heavy. My daughter took a bite, but took a bite. Now I was full. So,
but here's my question, because they had something that I want to get, but I think you wouldn't like. It looked like they had something called like General Gao shrimp, and that's something that like I've dreamed about.
yeah, if they have
okay, all right, because if I go with you, that's like what I want to try next.
it's like General Tao chicken.
Yeah, but shrimp.
Only General Tao shrimp.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Okay. I don't know. Sometimes
Sometimes even if I don't like it, just eat it. As long as you're not eating tofu, McDonald's, Subway, we're good. We're good. You're eating some fruit, whatever the fuck you're eating, we're good.
I'm never gonna eat fruit in front of you.
No, you gotta eat fucking fruit.
I
had
fruit
salad this weekend, and that was so delicious.
Oh yeah?
I love salads. And you gotta eat fruit in the morning. Like now I eat fruit every fucking morning. Eat it every morning with my breakfast. It just
I usually have a Greek salad. That's what I usually go for.
Listen, I don't care what kind of salad you have, Greek, mozzarella, lettuce, tomato, onion, some fucking dressing, vinegar and oil. I'm fucking good to go. I love that shit. I was in a seafood town. So all we ate was seafood. And I gotta tell you, the first night the seafood was great. The second night I had the same dish at a different restaurant. I shit blood too. I took a shit Sunday morning that when I went to flush it, the stick broke in half, and I'm like, this toilet's a goner. I flushed it again, nothing happened. I just closed the seal and I checked out. Left a $20 tip for a little maid, let her deal with that fucking shovel. It had to be 24 inches, and it just broke it. When I turned around and looked at it, it was all the way to the end of the toilet, and the head was like a snake in the water. And I'm like, this is not going to work. I left it for a little maid. I left the $20. When she opens that surprise, it's not going to be bueno.
Holy shit. I can't imagine what I would love to put a camera in that by the time.
Nah, what are you, Airbnb? You don't put no cameras nowhere.
Just the camera showed, like, Jesus Christ.
No, next thing you know, you're looking at old people washing their ass.
No, not for the whole time. Jesus Christ. Like just to see.
Girl goes in there. What are you gonna do on a camera? You gonna bang one out? Or you gonna, you don't put a camera in nobody's bathroom.
No.
You want to see somebody drill a hole like the old people, and fucking go in there, fucking with the little telescope from Jack in the Box or whatever the fuck they give it to you, Cracker Jack. I did take Ari to the Jewish deli today, and he went off.
What did you guys get?
He opened up, not what we got. He got the liver to open up with.
Oh,
shit. Liver appetizer. He got the round knish, and he got some other fucking Jewish thing that was icky. He was like, this shit is good. I'm coming back.
There's some Jewish thing that was icky. What was it?
I don't know. He was eating it out of a cup. I don't know.
What did it look like?
Yeah, he kept offering. He must have ate 18 pickles. Lady came back. More pickles. Like, I didn't even know they were gone. He was eating pickles like he hadn't had a pickle in 10 years.
Holy shit. Yeah, they're free.
Let me tell you something. That place was dynamite today. I had the chicken noodle soup. I only had a protein shake for breakfast and a cup of fucking fruit, raspberries and blueberries, and I sliced a banana, only half because it got too much sugar in it. I was starving at 3:00.
Yeah.
And I was hoping he didn't say Chinese. I was like, I don't feel like eating Chinese. And I was dying for a roast beef, the open turkey platter over there with the mashed potatoes and the gravy and the fucking.
Nice.
Ooh. When I got there, though, I looked at that menu. And that menu is treacherous because you just don't have. I don't have the time or the stomach space to eat what I want in there.
Dude.
Like I saw this on the menu. I saw turkey and pastrami with coleslaw and Russian dressing on rye. And my dick automatically got hard. You know what I'm saying? Like Russian dressing, Swiss cheese, pastrami, coleslaw, and turkey. But I was like, Joey, you can't do that to your body. You're working out too fucking hard.
Dude, what about they have something on the menu called the knish witch. They just take a knish, they cut it up into a sandwich.
God. You eat that?
I haven't yet. I want to.
Ari was almost going to get that today.
That's crazy.
Cut a knish in half and they put what in there? Corned beef or pastrami, right?
I think they'll probably put whatever they want, but yeah.
That's a fucking heart attack. But you always get the Doc Brown diet soda. You feel all right. You know what I'm saying? You got the water.
Healthy. Yeah.
Jewish people, they don't give you no ice. You got to like ask 3 times. Got the ice. Got the ice. I don't want to part with the ice. It's like a diamond in Africa. You know what I'm saying?
No. We hold on to those.
Yeah, but listen, before we talk about blood diamonds, I got to take a breather and talk to you motherfuckers about diet smoke. I'll be right back. All right, we're back, bitches. Lee eating 50 milligrams
I
again.
did not eat 50 milligrams.
Shape them. I had these leftover. I found some edibles. You know, like those jelly ones when they're just hard, like they haven't had air in like a year.
No, I eat my edibles. What are you talking about?
I found 2 of them like 2 of them fell out of a bag, and they were under something. I remember these edibles being strong like a year ago. I inhaled those 2 motherfuckers, and I ate the last batch of mushrooms. And there's dust in there, and I'm saving that for you so we can smoke that.
Oh, thank you so much.
Before Kill Tony, we'll smoke some mushroom dust.
No one's smoking mushroom dust. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, you're not even gonna know it. I'm gonna put it in the bong with the weed already.
You just told me. I'm not gonna.
Trust me, you know that.
No,
mushroom dust.
What?
We'll get a car to drive us into the city. We'll get one of my friends to drive us with a warrant.
Well, those are 2 different things. A car and your friend.
That's it. And he's going to drive.
No, because the car will drive like very safely, and your friend will probably also have a bong hit.
Oh, he's having everything we do.
Yeah.
That's
so what are you
doing? He just can't drink. You know what I'm saying?
Why can't I drink if I'm not driving?
You do whatever the fuck you want. That's what I'm saying to you. I'm not drinking. I don't drink. I'm just eating mushrooms and smoking reefer and mushroom dust and anything else I get my hand. That's a hallucinatic. I'm going to the garden to see fucking Kill Tony. Why wouldn't I take everything? Mashunga juice, whatever you got, I got. Right. I'm not drinking, but part of his deal is he's eating shrooms. He's doing the ABX edibles. He's snorting mushroom dust. We're going off, Jack. This is an event. This is a comedy event. I'll never go to one of these things again.
No, you don't think so?
Fucking Tony. Fuck yeah. Listen, man, listen. No matter what you think of the fucking kid, because I always have people make fucking stupid remarks to me about Tony. He did something fantastic. He started in a 99-seat room, maybe 108 if I'm wrong. And then he put it in a 450-seat room. And then it went on and on. I don't know what the Vulcan seats. I don't know what, Rogan seats. But then on New Year's and New Year's Eve, he took it to a major fucking arena and sold it out. No matter how you feel about a person, when you're a comic, that makes my dick hard. Because that lets me know I could do that. People want to know, why do these idiots stay out in L.A.? Why are they? Because of people like Tony. Because of people like Bert Kreischer. That wasn't he a doorman at the Underground or the Comedy Cellar?
I think it was like the Boston or something, right?
Steve Byrne, well, they're not door guys.
Yeah, they barked for sure.
And no matter what they did, You have to respect that journey. You could sit there for hours and go, I didn't like Rogan's special. He talked about, listen, look at the fucking inside of that. For 30 years, he stuck to something. You can't stick to anything for 3 days. I couldn't be sober for 3 days. These guys were sober they've been doing comedy for 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
Doing the same shit you were doing now. Only getting treated a lot shittier. Okay? These guys did it all. You know, so it gave me appreciation for what I did. There's times I sit here, I'm like, I'm a bum. No, I'm not a bum. I'm not a bum. I did a lot of bummy things, but I'm not a bum, okay? I fucking took something I believed in and turned it into something else. Did I predict this? No. I just didn't give up. Why give up until the dream happens, right? Everybody gives up.
Yeah.
And then you're the bad guy because you stuck with your fucking dream. Fuck you, man. It's not fair. And then people want to raise their hand. Listen, you know when somebody just goes out there and just calls it in. There's just some nights I don't see Rogan calling it in. I didn't see Chappelle calling it in. I didn't see Chris Rock rolling in. I never saw Bill Burr call it in. There's something to that. I've seen a lot of comics call it in. I refuse. I refuse to go on the road and make people pay for me when I don't have a decent 45 minutes. Do you think a lot of people would do that, Lee?
No, I'm sure they wouldn't.
They wouldn't. I could fucking call my agent tomorrow and get something in Atlantic City now that you're close to me and go down there and give you more time than me. Like, I'll go up there and just do 30 minutes. You can do 45, get Tammy Pascatelli. I've been thinking about this, especially now that you're moving here. But for me to sit down with a pen now and try to be funny, it doesn't happen anymore.
Well, I think it's happening in different ways.
Oh, I know it is. I know it is because I still laugh.
Right.
Myself laugh, and I don't give a fuck. As long as I can make myself giggle, that's all that matters to me. I have my own fun in my own little fucking world. When people go, oh, you get high all day. You know what? I do a lot of things all day. Getting high is one of them. And I always put it to good use. I don't waste it on video games. I don't waste it on porn. Every once in a while, I'll get on DraftKings and make a pick. You know, football season starting, so I'm very happy about that. I'm happy that the fall is coming. You know, we're a month away, but we're professionals. We already know this. You're going to sneeze, and this month is gone. Then you can't wear white no more till next Memorial Day or whatever the rule is.
Right. I have no idea. I also look terrible in white.
You look terrible in everything, cocksucker. Anyway, you got to shave that beard so you look like Fester again. Maybe they'll put you on fucking
Fester. Why would I want to look like Fester?
Because you ever see Uncle Fester, the original? You look like him. You got to shave the beard and give you a light bulb. You're Fester. What the fuck? So you getting ready for political season? Are you ready to vote?
Fuck no.
I don't even know what's going on anymore. I just hear
What do you mean you don't know what's going on?
I don't know what's going on anymore, and I love it. Like, I come home and I watch the news with my wife at night, like CNN, just to torture her and torture me, because I don't know what's going on anymore. I don't know. It's not good. It's not good.
No, it's not good. I just don't vote anymore, and I get yelled at all the time.
Who gives? I gave up on that shit when I was 18. I knew that was a fucking scam.
It really is.
I'll tell you what I'm happy about, man.
What's that?
I'm happy that, except for comedy, the goals I had this year are all coming together. I'm doing little fucking things. I got some goals for August that I'm going to take care of. I'm very proud of one thing I'm going to do. And every day that's what I've been doing lately. I'm trying to get my life together, trying to get this fucking room together in this office. I'm going to clean out the fucking garage. I'm painting the front door. I'm doing a lot of little things like that. So this winter I'm good and I could just focus on whatever it is. I'm really thinking of writing another book. I was going to call tomorrow. Yeah, it's time. It's time to write a revision for this book and to start working on another book.
You mean You're gonna revise your first book?
Yes, because it'll take a year. Put like 4 new chapters in there and
Very
revise.
interesting. Okay.
Shit that I thought about after I wrote the book that I wanted to put in there. That while I was writing, I forgot to put in there. Also, developments that happened since I put out the book.
That'd be cool.
I got to figure something out for the winter because it's going to be a long fucking winter. Especially if I don't get on stage with you or decide to do anything. And right now, my mind is open. I'm just going to take the summer and enjoy what's left of it. I love doing this podcast with you and everything else I'm doing. But like this Wednesday, I thought about going up to the Dojo of Comedy because I love Mike. I love that club.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see how I feel Wednesday night before I commit. There's also a no-gi class at my school on Wednesday nights that I've been dying to go into just to try it one time. I might do that also. So I don't know. I'm living life. We finished this. Now she's got CDC this week, whatever that shit is, religious instruction. I drove her this morning. They wanted me to come in. I just took off. Go in the building with those fake fucking nuns. And then next week she's got like some softball camp for 4 days. Then she's got a couple of days off. Then we leave. I'm pretty much podcasting the 26th and leaving. I got to go to a party the 24th. And that Monday, I'll do the podcast with you guys. I'll probably play bocce that Tuesday, unless I get a cover and I'm out of here. Going to go see my brother for a few days and end the summer correctly. I'm an old fucking man. I don't belong out there no more. Telling stupid jokes. My mind don't even think that no more. Like I told you about the writing. But I enjoy writing for you. Like whenever I get a great joke, I always hand it to you. We laughed our asses off last week at my buddy's joke about the girl. We can't even say this joke. It's so fucking horrible, but we were both dying. And that's good enough for me.
Right. It's not the size of the audience.
I sat there openly and watched Joe's special, and there wasn't one time where I would have said this. There was a couple things I wouldn't have said, but everything else was great. And it was great to see him up there. Again, it's great to see one of your friends doing something like that because that lets you know that could be you if you really wanted it.
Right.
That's why when comics hate on other comics, you're just slowing your progress. That's another waste of energy. That was something I went through for 6 months. Why does he get a deal and I don't? Why does CAA sign him and I don't? I'm fun. That guy can't even walk into the store. Doesn't matter. It's a business. Just know to cover all the spaces when you go there so you don't get bitter about this shit. Nothing to be bitter about. I have nothing. When I started comedy, I met so many fucking guys that I was like, I never want to get to that age and do comedy. 50 and above. You get in the room with them at the end of the night and it's a horror show in a condo in some D room. And the blame is also always on the faggotry. You got to be gay to live in LA. You got to do this. You got to do that. You got to kiss ass. No, you got to be funny. And you got to be, just by looking at you, I can tell you're a fucking bum. And you see this in people. I never wanted to be bitter at this age about comedy at all. Like to sit there and go, oh, this guy really sucked. That's not my game. I'm out of it. I just want to fucking see other people do great now. Like yourself and Eric Rocha. And I'll tell you who else is picking the momentum. D'Agostino. You three guys are fucking like keeping me alive just by watching you guys. D'Agostino isn't on the computer. He does his podcast. He just put out some dates. He's going to be in Boston, October. I think he always calls you,
Yeah, we talk. He just put out a special.
Too bad you won't be there. What's that?
He just put out a special.
He put out a special. These guys, all you guys are doing great. And I'm happy for you. Not one time if I sat here and said, what's this guy doing? You and I have conversations about people who, But again, that's what keeps comics in the game. When you cheer for the comics you did that open mic with. That same time. Yeah. I still remember driving to gigs with this guy that was so nice to me. And he had a 3-cylinder Justy. That's way before your time. That was like 92, 93. It was a 3-cylinder Subaru.
Okay.
That people bought to save mileage, Every time I got in that tin can, I thought I was going to die. And I did. I died on stage. He would always bring me to do guest sets. And then I started getting funny with him. And we both were like 20-minute fucking comics. And then I left Denver. I never talked to him again. And 6 years later, he's running a club in New Mexico. And I'm in El Paso. And I call him up and I go, bro, what's up? And he's like, Joey, how are you? Oh my God, where are you? I go, in El Paso, featuring. He goes, you're right down the corner. I go, bro, give me a feature week. He goes, send me a tape. I did fucking, how many open mics did I do with you? How many fucking gigs did I do with you? And you want a fucking tape? And he was just, and then over the years, I would send messages. I didn't want to work there. It was a shit club. But I would send messages after the longest yard. Like, I want to come down there and work and for free. He wasn't having it. He just did not like it. And
It's fucked up.
Listen, that's the way it is. But he ended up he's selling cars now or some shit. So the least you have on your mind on the way up, the better. All I thought about was today and tomorrow when I did comedy. And whenever somebody called me with a gig, hey, what are you doing August 14th? Yeah, I'll do it. But everything else, I don't know. Because in the back of my mind, Seinfeld could call me tomorrow and take me on the road for a year. Why am I talking to you?
Right.
As a comic, you could go into the New York Comedy Club, leave there, and the next day, the New York Comedy Club was like, listen, who's your manager? We need to talk to you. Okay, what's up? Fucking Seinfeld saw you last night. He wants to take you on a world tour. And you're like, but I'm supposed to be in Poughkeepsie next weekend. And you're like, no, go up Poughkeepsie. Tell him you're going out with Seinfeld. You know, all these things are what you should be thinking about, which are never going to happen. But they will. Never going to happen. But they will. And this is your future, Lee. So like I told you a couple of weeks ago, I'm just your comedy manager now. I'm not taking no other clients. I'm going to teach you the old school way. And you have your own manager who does great things by you. But I'm your third fucking wheel.
I appreciate everything, dude.
$1 million, then you give me 5 points. 5, not even 10. And at that time, you're not even going to give me 5. You're going to go, you deserve 15. Because you're going to see the differences. People don't.
Okay. I don't want to bother you with every decision, but
no. I mean, listen. When you call, sometimes I answer. Sometimes I call you back in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You know me, dog. If I answer, I answer. But yeah, I'm loving what you're doing. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you, buddy.
Guy on Patreon asked me if you want an apartment in Newark. He's got some nice apartments. A 2-bedroom, I think, for $2,600, or a 1-bedroom for $2,600, which is absurd. But those are the prices in New Jersey.
Yeah, it's the same price in New York.
If you want to live in Red Bank, it's $2,700. But you spend.
I'm just trying to get rid of my car.
What are you gonna do?
I'm trying to give it back to the dealership. Love to see. I leased a car.
For how long?
I have like another 2.5 years.
Oh no, you're in no danger. So hold on to it for a year. Bring it down here, park it. And when you go on the road for those weekends, you take the train down, pick it up, and shoot it. Or Ari will tell you where to put your car in the city. Cheap.
Okay.
All right. You don't want to be without a car. What happens when you got to go to Pennsylvania? You're going to ride with the Feature Act.
Right. Okay.
And now you got to put up with it. Yeah. What are you going to do? It's all part of the journey, my friend.
Oh, yeah.
Stick with it. But let's close this motherfucker out. It's Tuesday the 6th. The check-in coming to you from these two fucking savages. We'll see you next week. Tip Top Magoo. And now for a word from my motherfucking sponsor.